So I came back to where I was the other day because I screwed up the focus, so I figured I would try again. Same spot, same 4:3 aspect ratio, same situation with the sun going up and down. See if I can pick a good exposure where I can not have to deal with that in post, where it just looks natural. So I'm testing a few things because, you know, sometimes it's a real challenge shooting outdoors. So this is a good way to practice. I'm also using my Zoom H1N today because I'm doing an interview tomorrow for a documentary that I'm working on, and I want to be able to use a lavalier mic, and I don't particularly want to use the Hollyland Lark Max because it's ugly and it's harder to hide, and I could plug in a lavalier mic to the actual microphone and then go into the receiver, and so I might do both just to see. I'll use two lavalier mics, but I'm going to use this just to be safe. I was having a problem with this because there's an adapter that goes from here to here, and I was getting some crackling. I think the adapter itself was broken, so we'll see how this sounds. Actually, if it's broken, you'll never see this video. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today, dear diary, is why there's really no excuse to not make some kind of art if that's what you really want to make. Like, I know people have very, you know, what seem to be viable, you know, valid excuses all the time to not do work. You know, you don't have, you know, the typical, I don't have enough gear, I don't have the right gear, I don't have time, I don't have enough money, I have responsibilities, all this kind of stuff, you know. I can't edit it, I don't know what I'm doing, etc., etc. Yet these are the same people who are posting to social media every single day. You're either commenting on YouTube or you're posting to Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And in a way, you're doing exactly what you need to do to make some art if that's what you want to do. And, you know, obviously this video is not for anybody who has no desire to make art, make a play, make a film, whatever, write a song, make an album. If that's not you, I ain't talking to you. But if that is you and you're making all these excuses like you don't have time, you don't have the energy, you don't have this, you don't have that, you know, first of all, no day is promised to any of us. Like, today might be the last day that you actually have the opportunity to do anything. So you should think about that first and foremost. I mean, every day is a gift. Every day is another chance to do something, and there's only a certain amount of hours in that day, and then eventually you're going to go to sleep. So you might want to take advantage of the day that you have. And, you know, to give you an example, today, like, I'm committed to doing this every day, right? This is part of my creative practice, and it really doesn't take that much time or energy from me because that's my perspective. But I don't really feel well the last couple of days. I'm not doing great. I could be home resting, I could be home chilling out, and trust me, I'm taking care of my health. I'm really focused on my nutrition and my rest and pulling back. I'm not running for like a week right now, so I'm taking care of myself. But I could easily not do this because, frankly, I didn't really feel like doing it before. I was like, I'm just tired, you know, and I feel fatigued and I just don't feel right, which is kind of weird because 3 days ago I felt perfectly fine. So anyway, it's all a matter of perspective, and it's all a matter of discipline and what you do from day to day. I mean, you brush your teeth every day, you go to the bathroom every day, you clean your dishes, you make your bed. And, you know, maybe you're somebody who doesn't make their bed, maybe you're somebody who doesn't brush your teeth, I don't know. But here comes the sun, so the biggest challenge beating right on my head. And there it goes away. So that was a good test right there. Maybe you're somebody, there's the sun again. Maybe you're somebody who doesn't do those things, I don't know. But I'm just saying it's a good idea to have some structure in your life, you know, have things that you do that, you know, you don't negotiate with yourself, you don't let yourself down. You say you're going to do it and you do it. You know, even if it's not coming out the way you expected or the way you wanted, you just do it. You see it through. You complete a project, and then if you're not happy with what you did, then take the experience, everything that you learned, be proud of that, and then move on to the next project. But don't sit around and not do anything. And as far as gear, I don't have to even include that in this video, I don't think, but just to quickly go over that, you know, if you have a phone, you have enough. If you're posting to social media, you have enough. You have everything that you need. But I would highly recommend getting a camera if it's a movie that you want to make. And, you know, I've gone over this ad nauseum, and there are plenty of videos out there. You can get cameras for a couple of $100 or less, $100. I just gave a friend of mine an action camera that I bought just for some underwater shooting. And I don't remember exactly what it cost, but I know it was under $200. And it's a great camera. It's a great, very, very capable camera. And I'm hoping that she takes that camera and starts her YouTube channel, because that's what she's been wanting to do. A lot of people have GoPros, they have, you know, DJI action cameras. They don't cost a lot of money, a couple of $100. And, you know, they have log, they have 4K shooting, they have 4K 120, 4K 240, HD 480 sometimes, so you could do slow motion, you can do time lapse. They have all kinds of goodies in the camera. Is it the quality of a professional cinema camera where you're making a movie for HBO or Netflix or something like that? No. But can you make something on that level? I would argue yes. A lot of people would argue with me on that, but I would say yes. I watched a video this morning with Mark Bone, and he was talking a lot about his spiritual practice and how he keeps his personal self together, and that makes him a better filmmaker. And, you know, that's something that really resonated with me, because I feel like if you don't have your life in order, if you don't have your health, your relationships, your living space, like all this stuff in order, it's going to be hard for you to make the art that you want to make. Man, this sun is like right on me now, so this might be a difficult shot. I might be blown out right now. Anyway, that's another thing, like focus on the things that you need to get together, even if you didn't want to do a project. You know, even if it's something that, even if you're just trying to, you know, feel happy or feel better or feel more content with your life, that's going to make you a better artist. It's going to make you a better filmmaker, a better theater artist, a better musician, any kind of art that you want to create. That's really what you need to focus upon, in my opinion. So anyway, I just, you know, I'm going to keep this really quick because I have to prepare for this documentary tomorrow, and this is my diary entry, so I'm going to keep it short for today. I hope I got this shot together. This sun is disappointing me right now because it's beating down on me. So listen, no excuses. If making a project is really something that's important to you, that you really want to do, if creating a short film or a feature film or writing a play or writing a book or making an album or poetry or whatever your thing is, you want to finally do that painting that you've been thinking about, I'm telling you to just do it. Just get started, just do it. Because, you know, like I was talking to my friend Lisa yesterday, or going back and forth via text, and she has to like put her text on hold and her social media. She has to like kind of shut herself off from the world, because when everything's happening at the same time, it just feels overwhelming. And then the first thing that's going to go is your creative project, because everything else, like brushing your teeth and eating and going to the bathroom and going to your job or whatever, obviously is going to take priority. But there's no reason why you can't do all of it. It's just a matter of perspective. And the other thing is this. You know, I was watching some videos this morning about these high school kids in actually a high school where I went to high school, in the town that I went to high school, got picked up by ICE and was detained for, I think, 7 days or something like that. I mean, they're picking up young kids. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on in this country that I'm just saying, don't take any day for granted. You never know what's going on with your life, somebody else's life. There are so many important things to talk about, to discuss. You know, let's not like fall into this kind of malaise of everything's normal, everything's okay, all this Jeffrey Epstein bullshit that's happening, like all of this stuff. Let's not make believe that the United States of America is normal right now. Let's not make believe. So it's the greatest time ever to make art. It's the greatest opportunity of any of our lifetimes to do this, either to speak on all this stuff or to create something beautiful to make people feel better, like a brief respite from all this stuff, or to make yourself feel better. Like, there's so many good things about making art, and I think you should take advantage of that and stop making excuses. You don't need any of the stuff that you're talking about. You have the time, you have the energy. It's just a matter of perspective. You know, if you got to get up and walk your dog, you're going to get up and walk your dog. Like, there's nothing stopping you from doing anything that you want to do. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm kind of tired of people making excuses and telling me what they can't do and all this kind of stuff. Man, there are so many stories of people who are overcoming unspeakable odds, unbelievable obstacles and challenges to create something magnificent. So, you know, all I'm going to say is, like, stop complaining and just, like, do something, because you can, and you're awesome. So use your talents, use your gifts, use your enthusiasm and your, you know, your desire, and create something. It's going to be good for you, and it's going to be good for the whole universe. Be a part of the community, make something, share it. Just stop complaining.